Hello. Bonjour. Hola and como estas flash to all of you Dark Souls players out there in the land of the internet. Hi. It is us, the NoSkill Boys, the NoSkill podcast. We are out here at the original campsite. There's only 3 of us today because everybody else sucks at scheduling. Gotta love it. Actually, no, it's actually my fault because as of this recording, I'm probably on a plane 3,000 miles away. You good?
Yeah, continue. You're good. Yeah.
It's actually my fault because as of this recording, I'm 3,000 miles away across the country visiting family for Thanksgiving. Sorry. So that's why this was kind of an impromptu. Found out last night we need to record a lot of shit, and so we're doing this for you because we love you. Hearts, smile. All right, rolling right into the intros because I've been lollygagging. I was too lazy to put on clothes. I'm in my pajamas, and I'm also a DJ. How are you? Hi. Hello. To my right, your left. Goblin Nation, it's Mikey.
Hello there. Good to be here. Good to see everybody. I'm not stuttering because I just slammed an original glass bottle soda and the caffeine is giving me heart palpitations.
Heart palpitations live on stream? Yes! He's gonna die! I mean, no. All right, and then swiftly behind me to my left, your right, Cypher the Sky Dragon's cousin. Brandon?
Hi. I don't know how to respond to that one.
That's definitely a member of the Toon Blue Eyes clan right there.
Yeah, true. Never mind. I wanted to give you, kin to a god card, but you'll just be Seto Kaiba's pet.
Hey, man, I'm
that
much the goddamn closer. Icon.
I'm
Put
that
some
much
respect
closer
on the name.
That much closer to being called one of the best dragons in fucking media. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
One's a god card and one's the face of the entire card game. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! For all of you young heads that don't know what the hell we're referring to.
They didn't make Slifer Adidas slides. They made Blue Eyes because you got to respect the drip.
Like I said, for some reason, the god card is overshadowed by a regular card. The regular card is the face of the fucking company at this point.
Yeah. Because you got to be a real eccentric person to unironically run an Egyptian god deck. And I look over my shoulder as my brother's here, but he's not here. He's napping.
In spirit. We can hear in the distance faintly, I'm a gecko, from amongst the trees. Funny enough, we're already 3 or 4 or 5 minutes into this topic and into this podcast, and card games aren't even what we're talking about. That's just something that kind of happened. Gotta love it here. Please stay. Okay, thank you. Wow. So today on the old schedule, the old sked, we haven't talked about this in a long time. We wanted to talk about movies. Our favorite, some of our favorite movies, some of our most hated movies, movie theater experiences. Because if you guys have been on this channel for a while, we have a couple of podcasts out. One about movies. We had one about horror movies, and then another one about martial arts movies that we did with Dirtle Kingdom. Shout out to you, Dirtle.
Miss that guy.
So do I, dude.
I'll get him in here. He's been working like crazy. Like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It rhymes with crazy? Lazy. Anyway. No, I know he's busy, man. Dirtle, whenever you have time in a moment, you want to come hang out with the fellas, please do. We miss you. But, so movie experiences. I came up with this idea because, for some reason, a slew of movies have been coming out. And I haven't watched any of them because I think I'm starting to get kind of like how your brother feels. I think I've overdosed myself on movies and cinema as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since a lot of them fucking suck. Like I'll come swinging out the gate.
I'm torn. There's some secret bangers out there right now.
Oh yeah, there's some secret bangers that I've seen, but they're so like overlooked by the saturation of shit because they just thought, hey, high production, a lot of money, and then being automatically means it's gonna be good.
You're right. You're right.
I guess
You're 100% right.
like I'm gonna come swinging straight out the gate. A movie that everybody thought was absolutely fucking fantastic, but to me it sucked. Was the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, the kid from Twilight.
I thought it was good. Why didn't you like it?
Dude, his acting as Batman was fucking atrocious. Maybe this is just a personal preference of me, but I could not picture Robert Pattinson as Batman. Okay, I couldn't do it, and I could definitely tell he was trying to throw the voice down to sound a little bit more guttural as Batman's supposed to, but he wasn't giving it the way I wanted to hear it. If that makes any sense.
What were you
his
aiming
action-
for? Were you thinking Christian Bale or the late great Kevin Conroy, who unfortunately is no longer with us days before this recording aired? Man, the legend.
Legend.
Rest in peace, dude. You honestly made my childhood. Saturday mornings, WB channel, fucking Batman animated series, followed
You
by
just gave me
Mucha
chills.
Lucha and Challenge Showdown and Jackie Chan Adventures. I'm old. Fuck.
Hey,
God damn it.
I remember those shows. What do you
Bro,
mean?
I watched all those same shows. I went to work yesterday, and my coworker was blaring the Mucha Lucha theme on full volume.
Yeah,
That shit was
let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new speed run. We've already derailed and we're barely 10 minutes in.
We're on brand.
It's up, Brand.
Please don't leave. Please don't leave. But yeah, so as I was saying, when it came to his voice, I was looking for either Kevin Conroy or Christian Bale. And I don't feel like he was hitting either of them. I kind of felt like he was the few lines he had, because you got to admit, he didn't talk a whole hell of a lot in that movie.
No, and he's not supposed to. Batman, while he has good speeches from time to time, he doesn't monologue. He's not Captain America. He's not Victor Von Doom. He's this very stoic character. What? Doctor Doom has some banger speeches. I'm just saying. I don't care if anybody's like, oh, he's a villain. He's the leader of a free nation. Mind your own goddamn business.
But that's what's great about certain villains is like either A, they have such a cool aesthetic that they don't need to speak too much, or B, their speeches are fucking sick. Like in the second in Dark Knight Rises with Bane.
Oh yeah.
The scene on
that
scene on the airplane.
Though that man makes everything sound good.
Took me a while before I realized that he wasn't American.
Really, the accent didn't give it away?
I didn't hear an accent at first. I thought that was just the voice he was using for the role. Then I hear him give a speech at like some award ceremony, and I'm like, "What the fuck? He ain't from here." All right, cool. By the way, go to that Venom too. The Venom movies
and
are
is Ronnie and Reggie Cray.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Yes.
I still need to see the second one.
But
The first one was fucking sick.
Same.
Oh yeah. But no, so that's why when it comes to Batman, and we could be here. Well, we won't be here all damn day talking about Batman because we all know who like the good Batman actors were. And at the bottom of that, again, if I might sound like I'm doing a hot take here, but the bottom of that list, Robert Pattinson and Ben Affleck.
Clooney. Okay, good.
I put George Clooney a small step above them. Small.
Okay. All right.
If you told me George Clooney put on a suit and went out and street fought villains at night, I'd believe you. I would 100% believe you.
I fucked up. It's not George Clooney. George Clooney was actually the George Clooney Batman was the first Batman I actually watched. Movie wise.
Really? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, man, we're from the same era, and you're like, nah, we're not.
Well, because we're both old farts, but I'm making it seem like that 2.5, close to 3 year gap is just like, all right, he's a different breed, he's a different generation. I was built different. We had
We
to
grew
work
up in the
16
'90s.
miles.
We're '90s
I know.
kids.
I know. Trust me. Bop it, twist it, pull it, skip it. We gotta stop this. Well, we'd have a, oh, that would be a good video. A fucking tier list of retro toys. What? Okay. Brainstorming
pictures,
on stream.
If we need pictures, I could bust some stuff out. I have some really rare collectible shit from our youth.
We won't have to use that website except to actually get the tier list. Get on that. Anyway, movies. Okay. So, again, we're sticking in the realm of Batman because we, for some reason, keep on derailing from him. Who would you say is your favorite Batman? And I'm incorporating Dark Knight series too. I know people like to say they're different. I don't give a fuck. It's still Batman.
Oh man, if it were separate, I would say Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. I think they just delivered two very good performances of what this rich eccentric guy would actually kind of be like. I know a lot of people don't like Michael Keaton because it was very stiff and like not a good suit, but he played a good Batman. He played a good Bruce Wayne, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
And
100%.
I just like those two, and I get why the Dark Knight splits people so much because it is different, and a lot of people who are mainstream comic book fans, and I'm not even going to sugarcoat that because fuck you guys, like to tell us how the character should be and how it could, and all the nonsense. Comics are so crazy and off the rails. I like there's different takes on it, and that you could have your really stiff rubber suit campy Batman, and then you're down street fighting, dislocating people's limbs and using like anti-riot gear, hyper realistic Batman. I like the cool transitions there. More fun, more range.
And now we're gonna go over to Batman.
All right, so so crucify me. The only one I know that, because I'm not an avid movie goer. I would honestly do a lot of other things than watch movies with my time most of the time. There are times I do like it, but
the
only
he touches grass.
The only movie, only Batman movie I've ever seen is the one that has the famous like Joker scene. Which one is that? I forget the actor, but he's no longer with us, I think.
Famous Joker scene.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Keith Ledger, there you go. The one with Keith Ledger. I don't know who the main actor is for Batman, and that one is.
That was Christian Bale.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen. Is that one?
No, it's a damn good one. It is a damn good one. I can say that it is a damn good one. So everything about it was just so set. Oh, it was just so set and smooth.
So that's like the only one I've seen out of all the Batman movies, and I will say that I did really like it. And Christian Bale did do a very good job as Batman, but that's also, of course, the only one I've seen.
Okay, well then, when it comes to the let's just blanket it, the entire enterprise of these superhero movies. Would you say you are more of a fan of the DC movies or Marvel movies?
I would say neither.
Neither. Okay.
Because
all right, well, then we'll have to get back to superhero movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, when it comes to Marvel, the only movies I've seen really of them is like maybe one Avengers movie, and then the rest were Spider-Man movies. That's it.
Okay. The Spider-Man movies are good. Besides,
question. Have you not seen the Blade movies?
I have. Well, I forget. I always forget that he is Marvel, but yes, I have seen him.
Okay, no, I feel better now. Okay, I was about to have a violent.
I was about to say, yes, I have seen them
on Wesley Snipes.
I own
the movies. OG.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Dude, those
So
are
we'll have to
classics.
touch
I don't
upon-
care what anybody says.
Okay, well then we'll have to put a fork in and come back to superhero movies later. So for Mikey and I to talk about briefly, just because since you don't watch you don't watch movies, as you said, a second podcast in a row where I'm trying to incorporate you and I'm trying to figure out how to do this. God damn it, I'm a horrible friend.
Hold up. Let's hang out here for a second.
Yeah,
Can we
I
talk
didn't-
about Blade?
didn't
Because I
pick
want to
the
talk about
topic.
Blade.
Go. You also could
Okay.
have said you don't watch shit.
I did.
He kind of did. So
I
Brandon,
did.
and
That was it.
once again, for anybody under the age of 25, go watch Blade. It's a fantastic movie. You're clearly old enough to watch it. You're here,
I
you
agree.
found us.
I agree.
So, what have you seen of the Blade franchise? Because before there was the MCU, there was the Blade franchise. There was 3 movies, a TV show spinoff, and two seasons of an animated series, which was fantastic because it was a full anime.
I've only seen the 3 movies and maybe 1 episode of the animated series. But,
Okay.
But when I also when I've
Um,
seen those, I was still a kid. So seeing the animated series, I don't know where or how I did, but I did see 1 episode. I don't even think it was the first one. I think it was like somewhere in the middle. But I don't know.
You probably saw it on the original G4 because that's where it aired back in the day.
Okay.
And
Fucking G4, dude.
E4.
The good G4, not the current G4 that's a dumpster fire.
We gotta preface that.
Yeah.
The G4 that had Ren and Stimpy and Stripperella on it and Kid Rock show.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, the reason I ask about the Blade movies is because they were very dark. They had some mature themes. There was a lot of death. There was a lot of violence. There was even a handful of drug use and like how crime ties more into a real world society than most movies like to get into, let alone a two fingers Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That you would normally think is for kids. Do you think the new movie should start leaning in that direction again and try and get us older audience back into it? Or do you think they should keep going where they're going to be more mass marketable?
Well, are they making a new one?
They're in talks. They have they're not talks. They have a lead actor signed and they have a supporting staff signed. Some good names.
So it's in the beginning stages
in
of
production
maybe.
still.
Yeah, so it's the beginning stages of maybe.
Pretty much.
Okay, so honestly, I'm gonna just say they need to lean in towards the adult side, especially since they've seen a lot of success with the Deadpool movies. I don't see why they shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Like they really needed to tie into how Blade is. Blade's a bloody show, so you gotta lean into that.
Oh, yeah.
I want them to bring back Triple H as one of the cast members.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Same.
Yes.
It was so much fun to pick up a Blade movie and just see a totally roided out Triple H chasing a car full sprint down the street.
That's so good.
Just taking. Also, they never explained that he took a silver-tipped arrow to the face and just grazed it off because he could. Like that was. I think they just paid him and wanted a cool scene to show how cool and tough he was.
I guess
that was really weird.
At the time, Triple H was the face of the company of WWE. God, I was such a WWE
he still kind of
junkie
is.
back then.
He's running things right now.
Yeah,
I hope
Vince
I get that
McMahon
right.
Stepped down. Yeah, Vince McMahon stepped down as chairman, and he officially took over, and he outright said he wants to kick it back to how wrestling should be, but still he wants to keep it family friendly. Because funny enough, you guys were talking about how they changed up Blade they might change up Blade because it needs to be more family friendly because it's now going to be an MCU movie if this thing goes through. We can actually this as an open topic and discussion. I firmly believe that not just movies and or like anything cinema, but like I'm talking TV in general, from WWE to the Marvel movies to DC movies to just regular TV shows. I think they're wanting to cater to a younger generation so much of like, we don't want to poison their mind. And so now instead of, monitoring what your kids watch on TV like my mom did, now you're forcing all these companies and shows to downgrade their material to cater.
You're
If that makes any sense.
basically you're saying the companies are being forced to monitor what they do and say for parents, basically making parents
Yep.
not have to do shit.
They're wanting to PGify, and I know that's not a word, but I said it anyway. Everything like with like telling you simplest WWE, great example. Especially around the Attitude Era, there was cussing. They were as much as I don't approve of it.
Suck it.
As much as I don't approve of it, but like when they were blading themselves to bleed, like Ric Flair did that a lot. The whole suck it, actually cussing, like Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, King. It's been a hot minute, but calling somebody out, like get your ass out here. They can't do that anymore. They would show. I remember one of the match types was called a bra and panties match.
Yeah, bra and panties match.
Sit.
Hell in the Cell. Actually, there's one I don't know if they could quite get away with nowadays. You guys might not get the reference. I don't want to say it, get us in trouble. Do you guys remember the cage match that they made especially out of bamboo with spikes and weapons in it? I don't think they could do that these days.
Yeah. They did away with that one. They did away with the bra and panties match. They did away with the first blood match. They did away with the Iron Man match because it was too exhausting or too violent for children to watch. And again, I'm all about the kids. Like, that sounded weird. I'm all about being child friendly.
That's number 20.
But there's certain aspects. What?
Nothing. Don't worry about me. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess you could say I'm all about, making sure that your kids are safe and what they're viewing should be good for their eyes. That's where you as the parent need to take a little bit more initiative. But you also need to realize that there's going to be some types of media that aren't intended for them. Like, how many times now have people tried to shut down Family Guy or South Park with some of the shit that they put in their shit?
So many times.
Like, I remember the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. The movie, there was so much positivity from people like me because I was like, you know what? This is funny. I get the humor. This is fine. They're just cussing a lot. But then on the other side, there was everybody else like, this is not meant for children. Yeah, it's not meant for kids. So why are you letting your kid fucking watch it?
I don't get the point because people make that argument, and then I'm just like, well, that's the point. The show has never been for kids. The fact that you let your kids watch it tells me something about your parenting.
And as an addendum to that, there are way too many parents who are comfortable with, it's animated, that means it's for kids. Those are the same parents who don't who don't read the ESRB rating, and they're like, oh, it's a video game, they're all for kids. Or they don't read the books. They could be buying their kids some, and I've seen this before. Oh man, what did Homegirl get? It was, I'm not going to tell you what kind of book it is, but I'm going to tell you the title. A Maiden's Hot Summer in Savannah. What story do you think that is?
I think that sounds like an erotic
perfectly
novel.
Family fresh. No, I bet it's family-friendly, wholesome Christian humor.
And my friend had this really young. This is how bad it was. We walked up to her reading it on the park one day, and literally, this was the reaction. Slam! Throws it into the fucking, the little tree area on the outsides of the park. It definitely wasn't PG.
So she got to a part she did not like.
We're just like, hey, Amanda, what's up?
She didn't want to be caught reading it. All right.
Oh, yeah. There was some saucy shit in that. Your mom bought it for her because it was a book, and it had, oh my god, it had one of the big review companies on it, so she thought it was family friendly.
Like, this isn't no 50
No.
Shades of Grey. This is 50
No.
Shades of layers removed.
It was 50 Shades of a
So
dude named Fabio, and that shit got wild.
50 Shades of Tentacle.
Yeah, that's more
But
of a
again,
manga. right there.
that's that. Oh yeah, bro. Trust me. Some of the shit that. Okay, so my mom, she was a strict parent. I was like, we had the parental controls on our TVs. We had to like input a 4-digit code to unlock the fun movie sites. If you know what I mean. And but then there was my stepdad, whom didn't know jack from shit when it came to finding something for his daughter. And she started getting more and more into anime. And so he went to a local bookstore. I'll leave it at that. And he just started picking out anything that had animated cartoon characters on it that looked like they would be from anime, because he doesn't know what the fuck anime is. He actually bought her an entire series of tentacle novels.
Oh, jeez.
Was it? Actually, I almost doubted myself. What was it?
I don't know. All I know is her birthday rolls around, and we'll get back to movies here in a minute. But all I know is her birthday rolls around. He's just like, "Happy birthday, dear! I got you these books I think you might like." She opens them up, doesn't recognize the title. She flips to one page, and there it is: tentacle into, And also, you just hear go, "Yo!" And then she drop kicks she kicks the table over, and she looks at my stepfather, her dad, and she's just tell me you hate me. Why? What's wrong with the books?
She was gonna
Did
say
you read
thanks.
them? She was just like, "Did you read them?" And he goes, "No, I just figured you'd like them because they're anime." He picks them up, flips to I want to say maybe page 20, so very early on in the book. He opens it up and he just goes, "Wow,
wow,
good for them, but wow."
That reminds me of that old 4chan post. Yo, my dad just bought me a whole box full of hentai at a yard sale because he thought it was anime for $10. What a time to be alive!
Reminds me of that scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin. "Hey man, got a big box of porn here for you."
Pretty much. Got a big box.
No, Andy, I don't want to watch School of Cock with you. Great movie, by the way. This is a fantastic transition back to movies, because we absolutely did not get derailed by anime prawn. But only us could we 360 back to movies talking about degenerate shit.
Well, no, you got a good point, because movies are cool things where we can come together, and we don't have that crazy divide of, I don't know what this is. It's got a girl holding an octopus on the cover. You can go to the theater and say, "Hey, that's a movie with oh my god, Liam Neeson holding a phone, and he looks angry, and he's pointing at somebody," and you have a pretty good idea what the movie's about.
Oh yeah, it took me for a second because I was just like, "Wait, who the fuck is Liam?" Oh yeah,
yeah.
He's got a very particular set of skills and made a very specific cameo in Ted.
And don't get on his bad side because he will find you.
And he will.
He will find you.
Shit. Oh, never mind. He spoiled it.
Nah.
God damn it, Brandon. Spoiler alert. Damn it, Brandon. They probably have never been on the internet
They've
ever.
only made 4
everywhere.
of these movies.
And it wasn't,
that's probably one of the biggest movie reference.
Hell.
Oh yeah, that was the first time I got sick and tired of seeing one type of meme template. Was the whole like, if you get my order wrong at McDonald's, I will find you and I will kill you. Isn't that a little excessive just because they didn't take the pickles off?
4 a.m.
Like, I try to be cool with my DoorDash driver because, like, this has happened a couple of times. He'll forget to pick up the soda that I clearly ordered, and I'm like, "You need to read the receipt, bud." Like seriously, I ordered 2 sodas. Well, I can go back there and get them, and I'm already over it. Just no. Don't even fucking worry about it. Well, I'm so sorry, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna go angrily eat my tacos since you forgot my Baja Blast. Piece of shit.
That's a Baja Blaster review. Anyways,
Baja Blast your ain't. Never mind.
anyways,
Movies. So, I think we can all agree on this one. Before we continue the political side of like if parents should do better, one of my favorite genres of movies has to be comedy.
Oh, love comedy.
Do you guys like comedy movies?
Oh, my favorite
yeah,
genre.
very much so.
Right, my favorite genre.
Good.
Right.
So now
over horror.
So then we're going to just slowly transition while I move this cord that's absolutely not in my way. Over to you, sir. What would you say is your favorite comedic movie of humorous haha nature?
Oh, fuck. You're really going to hit me with that question right off the bat, huh?
Fuck. Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There's so many
Shout out
I've
to Stockton.
seen.
Love
so
you,
many
buddy.
I've seen. Fuck.
Okay, just list off a few they like. Just list off a few, and it doesn't have to just strictly be comedy as long as there's comedy in it, because I know comedy action is a big one that people like.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. So, well, to start off with comedy action, I'd say the Deadpool series.
Deadpool's good.
I was also gonna point out Zohan. That's one that sticks in my mind. I can always remember Zohan.
Are you serious?
I always remember.
Oh my god!
That movie's so cringe.
It's cringe. Man. That's why it's great. But I always say it because it's so memorable. That's the only reason I'm saying it. But
I'll give you that. Because if you wanted a memorable comedy that stood out, that was one of them.
Dude, because it was so out of left field and didn't make any sense.
Oh no,
no.
Like Okay, so for context, wait, I forgot. Was it? He wasn't like some sort of like super spy, because I totally forgot the context.
He was a counter-terrorist.
That's right. It's starring Adam Sandler,
because there was some topical shit in that one.
Oh no, I'm just gonna give a brief TLDR. So, it's starring Adam Sandler, who stars as a terrorist. I'm not going to say what country he's from because I don't know. And he wants to get out of the game. Counter-terrorist. Sorry, and he wants to get out of the game, and so he secretly does get out of the game, and then he takes up a life of being a barber. Like that's what his life goal is. And the movie, I won't give anything away because I highly recommend everybody watch it. But the movie was so outlandish throughout. Like you thought you had shit figured out, and you don't. They hit you with something else out of left field that just adds to the comedy. So that's a very good choice, my friend. Like that, Zohan was fucking incredible.
And I can't really think of anything else now because I've just seen so many comedies. But after I hear some of your guys's, I might spark up another one. But that's all I got for right now.
You did a great choice with the Deadpool movies, and I can't wait for I can't wait for Deadpool 3 because they managed to convince Hugh Jackman to reprise his role as Wolverine.
I love that so much. Let's go! I want to see this.
You want to be in the movie?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why? Sure.
His smile, that cheesy Ryan Reynolds smile, just got me so mad.
I just love how he's like, sure, as he's walking up the stairs. You don't even see his face; you just see his legs. Like, sure.
Dude, I still love that picture when you talk about his cheesy Ryan Reynolds smile. It's a meme template that he put on his Twitter of him at a Christmas party, arm in arm with Hugh Jackman, and he goes, "Me taking a picture with Hugh Jackman, that randomly taking a picture of Hugh Jackman inside a coffee shop that I didn't follow him into, or didn't follow him into." And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like some Ryan Reynolds shit.
That is pretty Ryan Reynolds right there.
Ryan Reynolds is a gem.
And I loved him. And I loved him as Deadpool. Honestly, Deadpool is my favorite Marvel character before I get crucified. Because last time I said this, I got into a verbal argument with somebody. He's my favorite Marvel hero. He's not a hero. He's an anti-hero. Suck it. I don't care. He's my favorite Marvel character.
Hey, I'll agree with you on that one. He's my favorite character out of the Marvel series as well.
Because I just love the entire context behind him. Like, he's chaos incarnate. He's the epitome of chaotic neutral. I don't give a damn about you. I don't give a damn about you. I only give a shit about me, and I'm gonna look out for me. And
the man literally French kissed death. That is not a play on words. That's not a metaphor. Deadpool has done that in the comics.
Yep.
And in the game. And in the game.
And in the game.
Yeah, in the game, yep.
You went deep on that shit.
But especially with Ryan Reynolds, I love the fact that when they casted him, they had one suit made, and it just happened to have fit him perfectly. By some random chance, it only fit that one dude beautifully. Coincidentally, of course.
It was fate.
Coincidentally.
It was fate.
Allegedly. Sentinel gameplay. I'm gonna just keep saying it. It's my favorite meme right now. Sentinel. Do it. Sentinel.
Do it.
Now, over here, funny haha movies that you are a fan of, whether it be one movie, an entire franchise, and why is it Princess Bride?
I like that movie a lot, especially being a big WWE kid. Seeing Andre makes me so happy. Man was a fucking legend. But
100%.
In all seriousness, I've got a top 3 of comedies that I might not always watch them, but when I go back to them, they absolutely kill me every single time.
Hit me,
I don't care what anybody says. Talladega Nights starting off the list at number 1. As a car guy, as somebody who knows dysfunctional families, as somebody who enjoys wacky situations like putting a live cougar in the passenger seat of a car, I love Talladega Nights. It is so funny. It's got what's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha
Will
Baron
Ferrell.
Cohen,
Sasha
and John C. Reilly. Those two as a duo are just fucking built different, dude.
Those 3 in like the 2 best friends versus the rival power dynamic at the end is such a beautiful comedic moment. And then the knife scene where he's got the leg stuck in his the knife stuck in his leg and everybody's screaming and panicking. You put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. What's up?
Because that same logic of the 2 best friends versus the one evil component, that same logic could be applied to those 2 when they did Step Brothers, because in this case, Will Ferrell's brother was such a cocksucker, dude. Oh my god,
he was a dick, Derek. Ha!
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
On your drums. What are you doing? I'm burying you. You're being loud. You're going to wake the neighbors.
I'm alive, Brian.
Shut up. Yes. Dude, so the Talladega Nights, I love it because Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly together are so good. In everything they do, they're hilarious. Adding in the most insane villain of all time, in my opinion, and then at the end where they do that kiss on the fucking racetrack and everyone's like, yeah, and there's like mixed emotions everywhere. That shit was so funny. He's like, no, one was enough, buddy. Like, it was such a good play on social norms. It was such a good play on culture clash. Like, that was one of the peak funny movies of that era for me.
Oh yeah.
I gotta ask, since we're talking about it, do you have a favorite scene from that movie at all, or no?
I would say for Talladega Nights, but because again the entire movie is a fucking gem. I'm actually tied between you standing up and now you sitting down.
I'm not paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed.
Thank the Lord. But
You having issues there, bud?
I think my favorite scenes. It's a break tie between the dinner scene, the entire dinner scene with the grandkids and the grandfather.
Oh,
And the mom's just like, I slaved over a hot phone to prepare this meal. And then the other one would be the bar scene with Sacha Baron Cohen, whom for some reason he's such a good actor. Like, you can put him in any sort of role and position. I love the man to pieces with how he can portray a character and make them come to life on screen. But the scene in the bar when he has Ricky Bobby in an arm bar and he's like, I won't let you go until you say I love clips. Well, let's compromise. Just say I love really thin pancakes. The entire time Bobby's just like, so are you going to say to that break and Pepe Le Pew? So those two are like my favorite scenes out of the whole movie, which again, the entire movie is absolutely fantastic. I know it annoys certain people because when it comes to a lot of people, they just don't like Will Ferrell.
Yeah, he's
I can get where that stems from.
A lot of people, I would say, in terms of comedy actors, Will Ferrell is one of those either you like him or you don't like him type of scenarios. Like, I like Will Ferrell, but I don't know, like my friend or my own mother, she doesn't like him. My friend doesn't like him either. So it's like I'm the only guy around here that likes Will Ferrell.
Wait, have you seen Talladega Nights?
Yes.
You better have.
Yeah.
Yo,
so now the question
go,
to you,
Brandon. How have we not talked about this?
All right, so then now the question to you: your favorite scene from Talladega?
I'd probably have to say is that bar scene.
Yes, we go together like cocaine and waffles.
Yeah.
But I think with that whole liking Will Ferrell, not liking Will Ferrell, I think that can be said for a lot of the guys that just the OG SNL guys. That's just how they were. Like, you got so used to them seeing them for weekly skit comedy, and now that they're gone from the show, they just became full-fledged like actors. Granted, yeah, they were also in movies while still doing SNL, but now that they're not actually on the show anymore, some of their movies can be a little hit or miss, depending on who it is and what it is. Like Adam Sandler, nothing against you, bud. I preferred your old movies compared to what you make now. How can I put it? Mr. Deeds, Billy Madison, 8 Crazy Nights, all those.
Big Daddy.
Slap. Oh yeah, and Big Daddy.
Fucking
I think Big Daddy was a low point, and that's like not saying it was bad, but compared to the rest of them,
yeah,
they were
compared to
so
the rest,
on another level, in my opinion.
My low point for him would be Click.
Yeah, I did not. I'm not a fan of Click.
I'll say this. It was a bad comedy, but it had a lot of heart. There was a lot of like a dude realizing how fucking fragile life is in that movie.
And that's what I was taking away from it, but also especially, and again, this might be my half-witted closed mind. I see you as a comedy actor 90% of the time. And then now I see you in this role that's intended to be a little bit more serious. I guess you could say I couldn't buy it.
Yeah, I had a hard time
because it was such a role change. I was like, you know what?
Especially towards the end, where it was getting really dramatic, a lot of drama towards the end of that movie. I don't know.
Granted, Christopher Walken's part was fucking sick.
Oh, because
Randomly just
Christopher
dropping.
Walken
Like, I
get
thought you were.
great
Christopher
in
Walken's
everything.
always good.
Because like just something it's still that seed of like for those that don't know what Click is, this man essentially he gets this remote that can control time and space, allowing him to basically grant himself whatever the hell he wants. But then that pretty little thing called greed gets the better of him. And that one scene with Christopher Walken where he's just like, I thought you were an angel. I'm an angel of death. Whoa. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, nobody ever does.
It smells like ozone in here. I'm having a stroke. But again, some of his older movies I fuck with. Like I will still sit down and watch Billy Madison, Big Daddy, Mr. Deeds, and Lil Nicky.
Yeah.
Any day
I'll never
of
get
the
over Billy
fucking
Madison.
Yeah, Billy Madison.
The teacher was really hot. And Chris Farley.
Teacher.
Rest in peace, Chris.
I still love how Steve Buscemi comes in with the rifle. I'm glad I called that guy. Just shoots him in the ass in front of me. Oh,
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
that's something Siege would say for sure.
Yeah, that would 100% be your brother, like adding salt to the wound of saying you're incorrect. Everyone in this room is now dumber. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Damn. Okay. Shit. And then what's his fucking name? I just recently watched one of his comedy specials.
Huh.
Fucking Rob Schneider.
Oh
Rob
yeah,
Schneider's pretty
Rob
great.
Schneider. Yeah.
He's one of those it depends on the movie. It depends on the movie for me. Like what was it? The Animal, when he just takes on traits of being random animals throughout.
That one wasn't a good movie.
That one I thought was okay. Then there was I think it was called like The Hot Girl or some shit like that. He
the hot
switches
chick.
bodies. Yeah, the hot chick, where he switches bodies with a cheerleader, and he was a career criminal and she was a cheerleader. And so I thought that was a pretty all right. And I think that is it for. Oh no! Shit! Fucking Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers is
Benchwarmers.
a gem.
Yes.
Oh man, that's Reggie Jackson. I fucking love that movie. So, and then he just snaps the bat in half, and I'm like, yes, this is what this movie needed.
All right,
dude,
before
I forgot about that.
I just realized this. You never finished your list past Talladega.
Oh yeah. Number 2 is very niche, so I hope you guys have seen it. I feel like I'm the only weirdo who has. Have you guys seen Grandma's Boy?
Yes.
Of course I have.
I own it.
Oh my god. I love that movie so much, and I get a lot of it is stupid gamer stoner comedy, but it's playful. The characters are very unique, whether it's the old lady who's like the sex fiend, Nick Swartzen being weird as shit as he always is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick
Or
Swartz is
JP
odd,
walking around like a fucking robot.
Oh my god. That's so good.
Yep.
JP, are
You
clothes cheaper
are
in the Matrix,
stupid.
or did you just rob Keanu Reeves' trash?
I'd still have like during the house party when the entire time Jonah Hill's character is just sucking on some girl's titty, and then they congratulate him the next day. They're just like, Jonah sucked on his first titty. Yeah, for 12 hours.
14
12
hours.
Or 14 hours.
14 hours.
So stupid. Dude, it's funny though. Like the jokes were crude and like raw. They didn't give a shit about what was standard at the time. And then fucking Rob Schneider once again. You forgot smoking glass, and he just shatters the bong on the ground.
Oh, damn.
Like, it was sharp. It was funny. It pulled no punches. The scene where they're just getting ripped in the basement and the monkey's playing drums on Dante's head.
Yep.
Oh man,
Well,
Yeah.
that
every
movie's
single one of these
so
movies we
funny.
recommend. Oh yeah, that movie. I wish it had. Yeah, it's so underrated. I wish it had more. It made more traction than it did, because some of those gems that dude is in are so. I keep forgetting his fucking name. The dude that the weed guy.
The one that sells him weed.
Yeah, Dante. I think his name is.
Yeah, his name is
Oh.
Dante.
Yeah.
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 That's his real name.
The other good one. And then before we go into your number 3, because another good one that he was in that I wish it was so fucking underrated, but Kung Pao.
Grown ups. Oh, he was in. He was in.
Oh,
Kung
he was
Pao.
in
I
Kung
forgot about
Pao.
that.
Yeah, damn.
Enter the Fist. Another good movie.
I have mixed feelings on Kung Pao.
Yeah.
He
Honestly,
fought
I don't
a
remember.
cow.
I know I've seen him. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember a lot of it.
It was
a fever
them
dream,
making
man.
It was a fever dream.
It was
yeah.
them making a slap. It was basically them taking a slapstick jab at kung fu movies and putting a funny twist on it. And at least with me, it landed. But then again, I'm also into immature, crude, stupid toilet humor.
I mean, if we're talking about like jab at kung fu movies, we can also talk about like Kung Fu Hustle.
But that one was actually intended to be a funny martial arts movie.
Oh, yeah.
That one was intended to be a funny martial arts movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, and it's held in super high regard, as it is not only a legendary folktale, it's a tribute to all of the great movies that generation grew up with. The guy who did the stunt coordinated is one of the top stunt coordinators on that side of the planet, where they specialize in martial arts film. So, oh man, I could do a whole episode on Kung Fu Hustle. I fucking love that movie so much.
Fucking incredible.
Like, to an unhealthy degree.
Yeah. Because like the difference between Kung Fu Hustle and Kung Pao is like I said, Kung Fu Hustle was intended to be a funny martial arts movie, whereas Kung Pao, they were parodying martial arts movies. So essentially, they were making fun of it.
Kung Fu Hustle was a respectful parody, and there's a cultural difference there because we don't do that here.
Yeah.
Our parodies are usually shitstorms, unless it's Weird Al. I guess Weird Al is our version of that.
Speaking of which, I gotta find a way to watch the Weird Al movie.
Yeah, because we're talking
parodies.
parodies.
There's shady things here.
Yeah, because if we're talking parodies, we might as well. That's all. At least on this side of the world, you're gonna be talking more of those like the scary movies, the fucking like epic movie, all those bullshit, those bullshit movies. Just a bunch of
where they basically.
I was about to say just a bunch of cringe shit put into a movie.
Yeah. For those that don't know what the scary movie is, essentially whatever horror movies were out and popular at the time, this one group of people decided we're going to make stupid little Easter eggs and make an entire movie out of it with its own plot line. Like, what was it? Scary Movie 2 or 3 when they made when they brought in that the girl from The Ring. And she starts crawling through this TV, and then one of the characters just starts kicking the shit out of her. And she was just like, "I'm whooping her ass, Cindy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was 3. Yeah.
It was a joke of the stereotypical character ran away, and the not stereotypical character pulled her hair, tied it up, and started throwing hands and just beating the dog shit out of her.
She was putting haymakers down on the back of her skull. It was great.
I made her.
But again, I think with those movies, they were intended to be they were intended to be shithouse. Like, like they were not Weird Al approved. What you were getting. No.
Yeah.
But they weren't intended to be they were intended to be shithouse. They weren't intended to be made serious in the slightest. Whereas with some other these like parody movies or just some of the stupid humor movies, like the group that I was about to get into. I again, and this is what I love about comedy. It comes in so many different forms. But I was also a big fan, and we'll get back to your number 3. I'm sorry we keep sidetracking from it.
I'm having fun.
want to just throw this one out there because I know there are some mixed opinions on it, but me personally, I love the Super Troopers movies, especially the first
Love
one.
'em.
Love them.
Love them.
Love them.
Super Troopers, fucking
Say
Farva,
Car
dude.
Ramrod.
I want you to meow
That's a
10
sweet prank,
times at this
Farva.
guy.
If you know about if you don't know about the Repeater, you're too young. The Repeater's
Farva,
probably
what's
my
that goofy
favorite game out of
restaurant
that
you
entire
like?
thing. With all the bells and whistles and shit. Are you talking about shenanigans?
Ooh.
Jesus. Whoever
Put
says
that thing
shenanigans
away.
next, I'm gonna shoot them.
I'm a pistol with them. Oh, dude, Super Troopers is funny because quick tie back. I don't know if you guys remember when we had Choppa on here. He was telling the story about how he didn't want to go back into the other room where they were doing the after hours photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to stay and get drunk with two random dudes he just met and watch Super Troopers 2 because it just came out. And it was so funny because everybody there's a stranger. There's a after dark photo shoot going on. Super Troopers 2 is on, and they just poured me and Fraser like full on 40s of Jack and Coke. Super Troopers just brings people together. It's funny comedy. Everybody can get into it and enjoy it, have a laugh. Granted, you're old enough because some of that humor is real. Whew, it's spicy.
Oh yeah. But again, that's what I love about comedy is the fact that it can come in many shapes and forms. And like, but I still have one group that I want to talk about after we're done with your number 3. But I want to do something real quick.
Yes.
We need to take a break.
This is true.
We need to take a break. You know why we need to take a break? To introduce to you our new sponsor. So we're going to throw it over to the boys who are going to talk about W.GG. We'll be right back. Hi, Internet. It's me, your boy, DJ. I'm so sorry for the interruption, but I really do hope you are enjoying what you're seeing. I just want to take a quick second to let you guys know about our official partnership with W.GG. If you want to get your hands on some good gaming energy supplements, head on over to W.GG and use our code NSE. That's the letters NSE at checkout for 10% off your total order. Thank you for listening and thank you for supporting. Now let's take it back to the boys. And now we come back.
The rhymes get put on my playlist. Sorry.
And a 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Thank you very much, Dubby, for partnering with us. You guys are great. You guys are beautiful. Now back to the matter at hand, talking about movies, funny movies. We finally found a genre that we can actually all have input on. Sorry again, Brandon, about the superhero thing. So you were listing off your top 5, and we just now got to number 3 before I go on my tangent.
I was listening top 3 because I did top 5. We're gonna be here all week.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Especially since I want to bring up something after he's done.
Okay.
Exactly. So, last one on the list, and you could argue the whole franchise is good. You could argue the very similar All About the Benjamins is also in the same vein and pure gold. But I'm going to go with Next Friday. I don't know why. There's something about it that's just really endearing. It's real. It's funny. The comedy is so on point. Mando walks up to my house in his security guard outfit, and I'm going to get real close to the camera on this one. Head, shirt, tactical belts, black cargo pants, black combat boots, gloves with knuckle dusters, gets out the car looking serious, and loud as shit in front of all of my neighbors. My dad goes, "Hey, yo, Daddy, you better not be walking on my goddamn lawn." And everybody on the block just turns and just stares Mando down. And my dad doesn't stop. He keeps digging it. Oh, you got your flashlight? You top flight security of the world, Craig. Top flight security, son. And he's just getting louder and louder. And the comedy just rings true, man. That movie's so funny. I can't say enough good things about it. And I hope they pull together to do the last one. I know they've been trying for years, but I don't want to see
Tucker
it.
won't. Chris Tucker won't do it. Chris Tucker won't do it.
I know he
for the
won't
third
do
one,
it.
he wasn't in it. Which I understand.
He's found a new. Oh,
I was about to say he quite literally won't do it just because he and nothing against it, but he's found God, he's found religion, and so he said he doesn't want to do anything that he used to do in his past that he would deem shameful, and that is including but not limited to another Friday movie and Rush Hour.
What?
Which we don't need to talk about Rush Hour. We talked about
Okay.
that one on our Kung Fu movie talk.
it's funny because he made a joke because he ran into Jackie Chan one day when they were doing their Hollywood circles, and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh, I came to find you. This is Rush Hour 3." And then they hugged, and then they had a day after
fuck
that. Or Rush Hour 4. It's so stupid. But he found a new walk of life. I can't get mad at him for that.
Neither can I. Neither can I. As long as he feels like he's improving for himself and only for himself, I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope you live your best life, King. But I agree. The next Friday is such a good movie. Granted, I will say I preferred the original Friday over number 2.
Fair.
Just because they're both, as the internet would say, they're both certified hood classics. Man, I love the fact that with
certified hood classics.
That with number 2 they incorporated Cat Williams out of nowhere. I did not see that one coming. But I think number 1 just had all those more memorable taglines because that's where Ba Felicia came from. Not a lot of people know that. The damn and the classic, you got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love the callback too. Hey, is this that brick Craig hit you over the fucking head with? Shut up.
I'm Smokey over here taking a shit.
I won't tell nobody else.
But yeah, they're both fantastic fucking movies, and again, highly recommend watching all of them, especially number 3. I thought Friday After Next was just an absolute madness when they move into that house,
dude. Terry Crews with his balls in a vice grip and Cat Williams holding it. That's a sentence right there. But when you see it, and then the Mexican standoff of them trying to figure out who's going to hold it. Your house, your party, his balls. Grab the vice.
I still love the whole the Mexican comes around into the doorway with a girl on his shoulders. He goes, "Hey, what I tell you guys about locked doors? Don't lock the doors around here. It makes me crazy.
Bruh.
Okay, no more locked doors. Gracias." All the while just smacking her on the ass with each syllable.
Dude, I think it's the issue of I work with a guy who unironically is nicknamed Joker. And
oh my god, of course,
it's more personal.
Of course,
it's
Joker.
I hate to say it, but
dude. I'm in California. There's a lot of us out here. This shit happens, man.
Hey, man, you can send some over. I need some more friends out here.
Come over. We got room.
Yo, Joker.
Joker's just the most Hispanic nickname
ever.
Oh,
yeah, dude. Seriously.
It really is.
That reminds me of that Gabriel Iglesias bit in one of his stand-ups. He was like, Joker, Riddler, Batman, Joker, Riddler, Batman. Those are Mexican gang member names.
They really are.
They really are.
Hey, that's Joker, eh? Yeah, fuck. What?
Hey, what? Do you know my homie Joker?
Hey, yo, that's Joker. That's Sleepy.
Hey, he's missing his beanie.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, switch. I'm going to turn this way because you said there was something that you wanted to bring up.
I finally figured out another, I guess, I would just say actor because I like a lot of the stuff that he's in, and this is very old school.
Okay.
I'm going way back in comedy movies. Cheech Martin.
That's also a good Will Ferrell movie called Old School. Oh my god.
I love me some Cheech
Dude.
Martin.
Oh man, that dude's
Dude,
fucking hilarious.
Cheech and Chong. Those. Granted, there's been a fucking list, but those movies are like, if you're in, it's one of those movies of like, if you're into stoner culture, you're gonna enjoy it, or you're just into fucking again stupid humor. It's there, but I know for a lot of people, it was, especially my mother. I wanted to sit her down and make her watch a Cheech and Chong movie. She was just like, oh, it's just about stoners being stoned.
Yeah.
That's kind of their shtick.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be for me then. Well, you said you wanted to get more into what I'm into, and so this is what I'm into. Granted, now she actually listens to rock music. That's actually a relief. But we're not talking about rock music today. We talk about that too much anyway. Okay, so then
so
hit
like
me.
Cheech and Chong,
Which
like
movie?
Those Cheech and Chong movies. I forget what movie it is, but it's one where Cheech Martin gets deported to Mexico and he's trying to make his way back to the U.S. I forget the name of the movie.
Oh, I know what you're talking about too.
And no
I'm
idea.
gonna Google this real quick.
The hell are you a citizen? Alright, but I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name. It's been so fucking long. But
yeah, that's why I'm Googling it.
But Cheech Martin, he's been around for a very long time. Shit, he's still, every time he does like a little cameo or appears somewhere, he is still funny. The guy is just funny. I love his humor, especially since way back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, especially since, well, technically,
it's Up in Smoke.
Seriously? I don't remember. I don't remember Tommy Chong being in there. I don't remember Tommy Chong being in there though.
I'll keep looking then, but keep going. This is another good segment. Speaking of Tommy Chong, I will say this much: I think they underutilized Tommy Chong's character in that '70s show. He was such a funny character in that show, but they would only give him like
Leo was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think he definitely needed more. He definitely needed more screen time because I don't think they used him enough. But
they didn't use him. But then again, also that was the point of his character was to be a cameo.
Yeah, true. Still could have had a little more screen time, in my opinion. But when it comes to
100%.
I want to fuck. I'm still trying to think of that name. I can't think of it.
Can I throw out one of his roles that a lot of people don't give him credit for?
Sure, what's up?
Born in
I
East
love
LA.
his performance.
There you go. That's
in
it.
Spy Kids.
Oh, Spy Kids. Oh, wasn't he like the uncle or something? Or I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
no, that was Machete. That was Danny Trejo.
No, that was
they were both their uncles.
True, both of them.
Yes, Machete and Uncle Emilio. And he's like, he rips off a mustache that he didn't need at all. And he's like, I'm not your uncle. And he just drops the whole Spy Kids thing on him. And then the rest of the franchise, it's a joke. They're like, hey, Uncle Emilio, what's up? And he's like, hey guys, I'm not your uncle, but I am your coworker. And they're like, we've called you uncle for 10 years. Can we keep it? And he's like, yeah, you can keep it. And then he like betrays him and like becomes a bad guy. Like, how could you? And he's like, for the last time, I'm not your uncle, kids. And then he flips to the other side and he saves them. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I remember too much of the Spy Kids franchise. Like, too much. It's a fever dream.
Yeah.
I still remember Spy Kids 2 was when I started realizing that there's like certain bad guys I can't fucking stand. Like Gary Giggles and that fucking laugh of his.
Oh my god!
I was like, "You motherfucker!" Like that made me like curl my toes.
Leaning close real quick. Yo, one of Amanda's friends unironically has that laugh, and it freaks me the fuck out. I can't get me in the same room. It's scary.
Give him the
Grown
Terry
ass
Crews
man.
treatment. Get the vice grips.
Get the
Give him a reason.
His grips.
it's so weird, man.
Give him a reason to make that sound. But yeah, so like every time Gary Giggles was on screen and he would chuckle like that, I was just like, ooh, my blood pressure. I'm only 10 and I'm about to have a stroke. Oh, I hate this man. Not even the fact that he's supposed to be the bad guy, but just your laugh is painfully withering me away to nothing. But again, all good. The movies were good. Spy Kids 3D was absolutely fantastic for what it was. I still love the whole, we're just going to randomly put a 3D moment in here, like one guy pointing because he's about to go press a button, but now we're going to make it take 5 years because it's coming out of the screen. He's actually going to poke you. And I'm
I
sitting
love
there just
Stallone
like,
fighting with himself in 3D. That was funny.
yo,
That
was sick. And then they made a fourth one that nobody knew about. It was horrendous.
Wait, seriously?
Terrible. Just terrible.
I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, there's a fourth one. There's a fourth one. It was one of those straight to DVD. We're not even going to put in the movie theater because it's going to be a waste of time.
Fair enough. Okay.
But yeah,
I think at the time they wasn't it. When did it come out? Because I'm pretty sure they were like, "Hey, yo, Shark Boy and Lava Girl didn't turn out all that great. I think we're just gonna put this on DVD." We lost the
Who knew
funding.
making George
Taylor
Lopez's head bigger wouldn't translate well on screen?
The man's head is big as it is.
And named him Mr. Electricidad.
Electricidad. God damn it.
Really quick, I'll out myself here because it's funny and it reminded me. In canon, I actually have a pretty big head. This quest strap is as far as it can adjust out. 1 year, I'm at a convention. I have my Akatsuki robe on, and I took my mask off, and I took all my hair out, and it's all spiked out and really slick, like gloss black. And one of the artists we were shooting the shit with, we were friends with this guy, so I wasn't too mad. He goes, "Yo, George Lopez joined the Akatsuki. Everybody check it out." This motherfucker. And we were in a packed ass hall, bro. Everybody looked. I'm like, God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Got roasted.
The Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Though.
Yeah, Shark Boy and Lava Girl as well as I understand what you were trying to go for, but you went about it the wrong way. But kind of like if you were ever in a Fantastic Four movie, your next movie role is going to be absolutely killer because they ended up selling Taylor Lautner to the Twilight series where he became the face of what men should look like. They should be sad, fit boys. And I was sitting here pissed off with my skateboard, fat as shit, like, nah, fuck him. He can go fuck himself. I'll be over here. But I'm not fat anymore because I thinned out because I got tall.
It still trips me
Still
out.
representing.
As a kid, I saw him as Shark Boy, and then as I grew up, I'm like, that's him? Damn. All right.
It was like 5 feet
He looked
tall.
like he was wearing those. He looked like he was wearing the dorsal fin, those gloves that they sold in Walmart, where if you were in a swimming pool and you squeeze them together, they would shoot out water. Like just all
That's how you know you're old. That is some 90s shit right there, my guy. I remember that ad, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Those goggles were dog shit. They didn't protect you from anything.
Besides, never mind. I'll keep that one. But yeah. So though, again, Spy Kids movies, great. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Moving on to Twilight movies.
Oh,
vampires don't sparkle.
To?
Anyway,
thank God.
No, that's all I wanted to say.
Actually,
that's all I wanted to say was vampires don't sparkle.
No.
If you take the blue filter off of Twilight, it looks like a 90s Blink 182 music video.
Oh my God.
Because they shot everything in hyper bright colors, so the blue didn't wash it all out. It's so weird. It's creepy.
Mm-hmm. And dude, like, again, I was forced to watch the Twilight movies. Forced. and I've only seen them once, and that is all I will ever be able to tolerate seeing them. If I ever get approached again saying, "Hey, do you want to watch Twilight?" I will proceed to turn around 180 degrees and run as far away as I can, as fast as I can, and I never want to talk to you ever again. Okay.
I'm so thankful I've only seen
Yeah.
one.
I had a girl. I had a girlfriend at the time. She was a fan of the movies, and I was a fan of her, and so I wanted to do what she wanted to do. And then I painstakingly sat through all of these movies in a single night.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I was not happy about it.
That sucks.
Yeah. So again, vampires don't sparkle. Moving on.
They don't.
So this one might be a little hit or miss with certain people because again, humor comes in all shapes and sizes, and now I'm about to touch upon British humor.
Oh, here we go.
I understand a lot of British humor because it actually amazes me how many British or UK based YouTubers I actually watch, and I understand everything that they're fucking saying. This movie, I think, is a gem. It goes by the name of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yes.
I'm gonna be over here for a few seconds.
Think about it. Think on it.
Problema? Looks like he's about to tell a spooky ghost story.
I wish you could see this audience. He is standing over the fire. He's contemplating something while also hovering in midair.
I might take a picture of it and drop it in the chat so you can use it for a frame of reference of what we're talking about.
Go
I'm gonna do
ahead.
Bear with us. We are absolutely professional. He's definitely not spit roasting himself currently right now, and I'm absolutely not taking a picture because I'm a good friend, right? Yeah. Told y'all. All right. Fuck yeah, daddy.
All
now we got
right.
it.
So, for those who watch this in the video form, you're going to see that.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
It got worse.
Anyways.
Okay. Welcome back to the land of professionalism. How are you? Welcome to the club.
Sorry, I was overheating. I almost passed out and threw off my hoodie.
No, you're good. But yeah, so Monty Python in Search of the Holy Grail, I think, is a fantastic fucking movie. A lot of people, unless you understand like British comical humor, it might be a little hit or miss, but some of the other humor is just blatant. I would say stupid humor, but for some reason they did it well. Like it's a bunch of knights galloping on their horses.
Yeah.
And by galloping, they're doing trots with their bare legs and clacking together coconuts to make the trotting sound. I can't tell you how many people at any and every convention that I would go to, you would see people doing just that, just trotting around and then clacking together coconuts because Monty Python did it.
Yep.
And because of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, one of their weapons in that movie was introduced into a video game. For those that played Worms, are you familiar with the Holy Hand Grenade?
The Holy Hand
That came from Monty Python.
It was also in
Grenade.
Fallout New Vegas. If you've never seen what it does, please Google it. It's the best weapon in any game ever. There's only 3
in your palm.
Yeah, DJ, it's bigger than a Fat Man nuke.
Oh,
my God.
Oh, God. All right.
Oh, by the way, real quick. So Spy Kids 4 came out in 2011.
Ew, gross.
Ooh,
Just
gross.
wanted to touch upon that. Good year. But yeah, so Monty Python, I love the fact that it had rewatch, kind of like Princess Bride, it had rewatch factor, all because even though you know exactly what's going to happen, the humor just hits you perfectly. From the Holy Hand Grenade, the trotting of the horses, or when they're facing the Black Knight, and he starts getting his ass kicked and getting his limbs sliced off. You're like, "'Tis but a flesh wound." And like, dude, you're literally missing both your arms.
Have at thee.
I can still fight.
Nah.
And for those that are familiar, and then those who are familiar with the Knights Who Saved Me. I just think that the Monty Python movies, though stupid humor, very fucking hilarious with how they did it, because you're hitting a very niche audience right there, and for people to understand it, it's fantastic. I recommend it, at least trying to watch it, because it might be dry for some people because it's not U.S. based humor. I think it stars John Cleese. I think. I forgot. But moving on. Moving on.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Monty Python's mid. I like the Cornetto trilogy. I like Black Books. I like humor from overseas. Monty Python is the Virgin Diet Coke, whereas Blazing Saddles is the Chad Dr. Pepper. That's it.
You're the Diet
That's all I have to
Coke
say
of
about
evil. And like I said, it's not for everybody, and that's understandable. By the way, Austin Powers reference made it into the video. Let's go.
Let's go.
But another one that might be a little touch and go with some people, just because it was quite literally made by one guy and his friends. The Clerks movies.
Oh,
I haven't seen
Have
the
you guys
newest
seen-
one yet.
I haven't seen the newest one.
That's why I wanted to bring it. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because the new one, it's been out for a couple months now. I went and saw it in theaters. It's a good movie, and I won't spoil anything, but I will say this: they ended it the way. God damn!
What?
Especially with the size difference, that was horrifying. What I saw on my screen.
Sorry.
With Clerks 3, I won't spoil it, but I will say this much: they ended it the way it needed to be ended, but you really were hoping that they wouldn't. But it's one of those, it needed to end this way.
Okay.
Fair.
So then we'll start off with, we'll start with the first one, Clerks 1. Amazing that was just supposed to be, I want to say, a college school project that Kevin Smith had.
Yep.
And it turned into a cult classic that birthed A View Askew.
I know I've had a few hot takes about Kevin, and I firmly believe that at the beginning of his career and the midpoint of his career, he was very committed to the craft. Do things your way, send it, be funny, be brutal, be real, and I appreciated that. And I think he fell into the trap of, when you get so big and successful, you feel obligated to be the hero, and you kind of have to push a little bit of family-friendly, kid gloves moral stuff
Real fast.
because his new stuff doesn't quite go Kinky Kelly weird. It doesn't go you never go ass to mouth weird. It doesn't go Stanley talking about Mr. Fantastic's boner weird.
No.
That shit doesn't happen anymore.
Okay. Real fast. I
All right, there you said real quick.
My headset's low, so we should probably end this pretty soon.
All right. Well, I'll say this real quick on record. As much as I agree with you, I think a lot of it turned into, he felt the need to just put out something, anything, and so he just kind of came up with the first thing that came to his mind. But then he also had to tone it down because, do you know how much hell this man caught for Dogma?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a different kind of person. I would have doubled down.
So, he did. He said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But then he took a hiatus from writing anything for 10 years. Anyway, on that note,
it is a pudding.
it's outro time.
Let's go.
It is outro time. It is outro time. It is that time for the outro, because it is outro time. This has been really fun. I love the fact that for the first 3 minutes of a movie talk, we talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we took another 5-minute derail and we talked about hentai. Welcome to NoSkill. Please stay. We love you. I have toast. But This has been fun. We can definitely continue this. There's definitely going to be a part 2, possibly part 3, or a part of whatever the hell, because we just like talking about movies, because cinema is something that we all share in common and we all like very much. So expect that one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Rolling on through with the boys. Say your name and state. You know what? Let's give them recommend a comedy movie. Recommend a movie that they should watch.
Okay. So, you know me, NoSkill Mikey, B Sapper, the shitbird in green. Fraser's not here. I was gonna point to him. Oh, I took I took some time to go to the movies with him a while back, and we were just tired. Life was awful, and we said, you know what, let's go watch something funny. And we found one of Batista's most underrated gems of all time, Stuber. If you've never heard about it, check it out. It's about a cop who has eye surgery and then holds an Uber at ransom at gunpoint and with a threat of bad reviews. And they go on wacky misadventures all over town. It has one of the greatest fight scenes ever where Kumail Nanjiani, who's like 5'5", 103 pounds soaking wet, fights Batista in a Cabela's. Or a Big Five.
Oh, fuck
it's
yeah.
so funny. Oh my god, it's great.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's going to be my underrated gem of the day right there. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right, and then over here to the wagon.
You know what?
State your name and recommendation.
I'm going to just point out a movie that it's old, yes, and it's an acquired taste, especially if you're not that big of a fan of like older movies or older comedies. But I'm just gonna say Born in East LA, but with Cheech Martin.
Still a very good one.
Still a very good one, yeah.
And then back to you. Then back to your boy in the PJs, Dipsity DJ, a.k.a. The Beef. For a movie recommendation that's funny that I think you guys would like. Well, if you haven't seen Talladega, fucking watch it. If you haven't seen Old School, not Old School, if you haven't seen Step Brothers, watch it. But one that I would recommend you guys that I thought was just absolutely fucking hilarious, I would recommend Role Models.
Oh, how do we not talk about Role Models?
Yeah, we probably would have if his headset wasn't dying. Star Sean William Scott. For anybody that knows Sean William Scott, he's the lead asshole role in every single not National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Discount Ryan Reynolds.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm talking not National Lampoons. American Pie.
Oh, I'm surprised we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, he's
Paul Rudd.
Stifler. Oh yeah, and Paul Rudd. But yeah, so I recommend Role Models. That movie is absolutely hilarious, and if you're a fan of Wild 'N Out, it has a young Bobby Thompson on it, and so I recommend y'all give it.
Oh my god!
You made me feel old, man. Dude, I forgot all about Ronnie.
Yeah, he's also the young kid from That's So Raven as well. But that's not a comedy movie. That's a show. But
I didn't watch it.
I sure shit did, because one of her friends was hot. Same with Lizzie McGuire. Anyway, on that note, we have been NoSkill Entertainment. This has been the NoSkill Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. I'd like to inform you down below there's some buttons in the comment section, and I recommend you do whatever the hell you want with them. On that note, it's been the guys, and I've been here, you've been there, and we will see you in the next one.